Welcome back to the analytics. Remember, it's a channel solely focused on analyzing the socio-political and economic happenings in Nigeria, Africa, and world at large. This video is especially dedicated to Nigerians who live in Nigeria, Nigerians living inside the country. Well, we couldn't continue with the video out there because of the sun. The sun is heavy, like we are in one of these Arab nations, maybe Dubai. As I was saying, this video is specifically for those who are Nigerians, who are eligible to vote, who reside in the country, or those who would have the opportunity to be home by February next year, 2023 general election. Your highest right as a Nigerian who is an eligible voter is your right to vote. Let me tell you the truth. Your right to vote as a Nigerian within the Nigerian context, your right to vote supersedes your right to life. Because you know Nigerian environment, you would be alive. You will be given the opportunity to live when there are good leaders and who run the affairs of government. It would be a crime against humanity in Nigeria. I'm speaking to your conscience, those of you who are in Nigeria, who reside within the country, or those who know they would be home by February 2023. It would be a crime against humanity. It would be a crime against anything good standing. It would be a crime against anything good nature. It would be a crime against anything good, morality, if you do not vote in 2023 general election. It will be a crime. Therefore, what am I saying? Go get your permanent voters card, your PVC. Your PVC is an indication, it is an explanation, it is a symbolism for your right to live, for your right to freedom of expression, for your right to freedom of association. My dear, go get your permanent voters card. Do not complain that a tin of tomato, the price has skyrocketed. Do not complain that we are an oil producing nation, yet Nigeria is one of the nations where oil is sold on the highest of prices, if you are to compare it with the local economy. Believe you me, it will be a crime against you as a person if you do not vote in next year 2023 general election. Go and get your permanent voters card. In the comment section is a link of all the voter card registration centers, state by state, local government by local government, ward by ward. If you are in Anambra, if you are in Osun, if you are in Rivers, if you are in Sokoto, if you are in Benue, Kwara, if you are in Kano, any part of the country where you are in, go click that link below so that you can be able to locate your local government, your own political ward, so that you can be able to know where you are meant to have gone to register for your permanent voters card. This exercise, the continuous voter registration exercise, CVR, the continuous voter registration ends by 30th of this month, June. That is in 15 days time, if I'm not mistaken, 15 days time. Therefore, you have a whole of 15 days, 2 weeks, 1 day, to go and register for your voters card so that it will be out. I know it says they need a lot of time to clear the backlog, be able to print out permanent voters card before next year 2023 general election. And when you register, secure your temporary voters card, that paper form card, secure it, because that's your only ticket with which you are going to collect your permanent voters card, that ATM card like card. I know why I'm saying this. Do not complain again that there are massive onslaught. Do not complain again that a particular tribe in the country is killing, maiming, slaughtering others. Do not complain again that the economy is so hard. Do not complain again that business environment is not friendly. Do not complain again that as a civil servant you do not receive your salary as and at when due. As a pensioner, you do not get your pension as and at when due if you do not vote in next year's general election. Do not complain again. I'm in constant communication with those in the know, with those who are always where the decisions are being taken. Right now, INEC is considering extension of deadline, but we will not give them that room. We will not give them that room to be handicapped so that when they do not extend the deadline of 30th of this month, we will not be able to vote next year. No. My dear, go get your permanent voter's card. Let me explain this to you. A tyrant in government is like there is no light, there is no right to life. A tyrant in government means you can be walking on the street, a particular set of people will come and shoot you, shoot your neighbors, shoot your loved ones, and nothing can be done about it because in Nigeria, the federal government controls nearly everything happening. Your resource, your security, even the legislature, the judiciary. It is the executive, the federal government that controls these things. Nigeria is one of the countries where the president has an absolute right to whatever. Therefore, you have to have a say in decision of those who are in Asarok. My dear, do not say your vote does not count. No, this time around your vote will count because the 2022 Electoral Act as amended has permitted that electronic transmission of votes would be done. There would be an electronic transmission of votes, which means invariably no more this process of waiting for paper book to come to Abuja for them to know state by state. No, while you are there, voted, you are there as a party agent. Let's take, for instance, APC, PDP, Labour Party, or NNPP. You are one of the agents, and your party scores 175. It is no longer the period whereby INEC agent would be bribed, will be compromised by one of the parties on his way to submission at collection center. He will just rewrite result. No. In the polling booth where you are an agent, in the polling booth where you work as an agent, you would be there. Your party scores 175 at the end of sorting out of vote and counting. INEC will queue in LP, PDP, APC, or ANPP, as the case may be. INEC will queue it in and write 175. Type it on the tab. 175 and show it to you people. PDP will see, agent will see his own party score. APC will see his own party score. LP will see his own party score. NNPP will see his own party score. And when all of you have confirmed your party scores, INEC agent will just punch a button, pam, send. It will be sent to where? Abuja, headquarters. So your vote counts this time around. There is no more need of hoodlums, talks, political talks, waylaying INEC officers on their way from polling booths, where they are on their way returning votes or returning signed papers from polling booth. No, because before they have even left the polling booth, they have sent the voter analysis. They have sent how votes were done in their polling booth. So even if you waylay them, that's a typical waste of time. My dear, go and vote. You have to vote. Therefore, you have to start now. Go and register for your voter's card. God will never forgive you if you do not vote next year. I'm telling you from my heart. I know this. God will never forgive you. The soul of those that would be killed due to government negligence from 2023 February will be upon your head. You see all these killings that are happening in Southeast by unknown gunmen. You see Owo Church massacre. You see Benue massacre. You know, you see Southern Kaduna massacre that has been ongoing, maybe God will forgive you because in the past your votes do not count, your votes do not matter, because maybe a INEC officer can do whatever. But this time around, there is an electronic transmission of votes. My dear, anything that happens from 2023 February, okay, after the handover to the new government, that should be around April. Anything that happens afterwards, that is government, an act of government negligence, the blood will be on your head as an eligible Nigerian who did not vote or who would not vote. And I know nobody wants another person's blood to be upon his or her head. Your destiny would be in your hand from next year. Are you a businessman? Are you a trader? Are you a civil servant? Are you a student? Are you a farmer? Are you a cattle rearer? Whatever you are, whoever you are you a Christian? Are you a pagan? A traditional, African traditional religion? Are you a Muslim? My dear, your destiny is in your hand. Your destiny would be in your hand as it regards from next year. The destiny of your children, the future of your children. Remember the famous say from a former Anambra governor that the society which we abuse today will never forgive us. That our children would remember our deeds of today. My dear, your child will never forgive you if you do not vote next year. That your teenage child, that your under 18 child who has no right to vote would not forgive you if you do not vote. Try to go and get your permanent voter's card so that you can vote. Remember, from midnight today, it remains 15 days. Go and get your voter's card. If you think the environment where you are in is not conducive for voting, maybe because you are not in your place of birth or your place of origin, travel home, get your voter's card, and go back to where you are residing. When it's time to vote, go back home. And for the Igbos who reside in Lagos, there has been assurances from the Lagos state government, from some of the traditional rulers, that you will be protected. If you are an Hausa man who resides in Lagos, you'll be protected. Talks will not come on you. Even INEC has written to the police that they need security coverage, both for voters registration exercise and for the voting proper. Voter registration exercise and the voting proper, security coverage will be provided. Do not be cowed down. If you are a Yoruba man who resides in the north or in the east, do not be cowed down. Go and get your PVC. Go and get your PVC. Go and get your PVC. My dear, go and get your PVC. Votes will count now. If you are praying to God and you have not gotten your PVC, my dear, God will not hear your prayer, because God's own people, if you are a Muslim, you believe in God. If you are a Christian, you believe in God. If you are a traditional religion goer, you believe in God. God's own people are being massacred on a daily basis, and the federal government is keeping a blind eye to that. It is time to make a positive change. And if you are not part of this process of positive change, God will not forgive you. Your prayers will not be answered. It is time to know those whose prayers will start to be answered. As a Nigerian who resides in Nigeria, you do not get your permanent voter's card in readiness to vote next year, and next year comes, you did not vote. My dear, God will not hear your prayer. God will not hear your prayers, and God will never forgive you until you do the appropriate atonement, which is by next year election, by next election cycle. That should be around 2027 or 2028. That means 4 years your prayers will not be answered. Go and get your permanent voter's card. I'm charging you today. Go and get your permanent voter's card. Do not mind my voice. No, I'm not commanding you. I'm only reminding you of your obligation as a citizen, of your rights as a citizen, your highest defined right. In Nigeria, the right to life is not defined. The right to association is not defined, because that your legal association can be termed terrorist association anytime. Even trade union, federal government can wake up one day and say that trade union has become a terrorist, and they will prescribe it. They will gazette your trade union as a terrorist organization, and you will not have the right to associate again. The only defined right you have as a Nigerian is your right to vote. Your right to even living is not defined. It is not even guaranteed in Nigeria when an inappropriate government assumes power. From 2015 up till now is an example of how it would be if we get it wrong again. If we get it wrong again, from 2015 up till now would be an example of, and that would be a tip of the iceberg of how it would be for the next 4 years or 8 years, as the case may be, if we get it wrong again next year. Go and get your permanent voter's card. Go and get your PVC. Remember, a link below on the comment section will be showing you. Just click on it. It will redirect you to Chrome or whatever browser you are using. It will redirect you there. That's an INEC officially stated, stipulated, and designated voters registration centers, word by word, local government by local government, state by state. I took my time to understudy it. It is complete. Where I am from, I saw my own voter registration center there, and I've called up to like 20 people to confirm it. It is authentic. My dear, go and register for your voter's card. Collect your vote, even if it tells you're closing your shop, you're being absent from your place of work for 2 days. It does not matter. Even if it entails you're leaving your cows to the care of your kids, it does not matter. Better lose 5 cows today than to lose 5 kids tomorrow. Than to lose an opportunity to better the future of your 5 children tomorrow. Better lose that 5,000 Nigerian naira today and tomorrow, which will make it 10,000. In fact, better lose that 500,000 naira today than to lose a child tomorrow. Better answer that query today than to be scared of going to work tomorrow. Go and get your permanent voter's card. Go and get your PVC. I will be rounding off at here. But remember to subscribe, my dear. Let me tell you the truth. YouTube algorithm is done also according to the number of your subscriptions. This video I do release will be circulated. The growth of this channel, the growth of our channel depends heavily on your subscribing to this channel and you're hitting the notification bell, so that you can always get us whenever we post our useful posts. Our posts are always useful. Please subscribe. Please share us. Share this channel. Please hit the notification bell so that you can always get us whenever we come online. Whenever we come online. Whenever I come online. It is our own channel. Not mine, not yours. It is our own channel. Let us grow this channel. Thank you so much. As you go, start from tomorrow, if you have not gotten your permanent voter's card, as you go out tomorrow or within the next 15 days, in fact, do not wait for the next 15 days, within the next 13 days, so that if there are queue, you can always stand and come back tomorrow. As you go to register, may God bless you. As you go to register, may your sins be forgiven. As you go to register, my dear, may God answer that your innermost heart desire. May God answer it as you go to register for your permanent voter's card, and as you collect that voter's card, and as you queue up next year and vote. Local government chairmanship election, state elections, both executive and the legislature, federal elections, both the House of Rep and the Senate, and especially presidential election. As you vote, may God bless you. May my God bless you. May the God who lives, who is on high, may he bless you. Amen.